Okay. All right. So this will be like a fresh what is it? Screen on kind of like a reset. So everyone's I don't know. Most people are flat, so I think this would be good if I approached it this way. So this is the monthly chart. We'll start here, higher time frame. We gained this swing and rejected. So remember we were talking about this. So this, right? Losing this, so test it, lost it is what led to the lows. So gaining this is what's going to lead to the highs. So we technically gained it, which means just we reversed this trend. So now we're just looking for a local higher low before making new highs. So nothing's changed on the monthly, but if you do look at the monthly, it gives you some ideas on where it could possibly hold. Right here, 38.5-ish would be a good area. Right, 38.5. Um, but it could come all the way down here too. I would not be surprised. Obviously you want to hold here because this is the structure that was gained. This is the monthly swing. If you see like trend starts from here, goes all the way down to here, this is what was gained. All right. So since we gained it, now we're looking for a higher low. Um, it's the monthly, so everything that's going on is pretty much chopped on the monthly. If you look at the weekly, and I'm just going by this quick. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Okay. If we look on the weekly, we tested this weekly, we gained that weekly, we rejected, same thing as the monthly. We look at the local weekly range, we closed above it, rejected it, and now we actually didn't close below the weekly range yet, but we did definitely break down. So if you're looking for some local support on the weekly, I would say right around here, right around here. If you look, yeah, this was the monthly, right? 38.6, 38.5. Yeah. So yeah, like 37.5 would be the low of that. See how it held right there? There's some confluence right there, right? So people who are looking for swings, you're probably looking between 39 and 37K to get a little entry for a pop back up to like mid 40s. We look at daily, and when I say that, I'm not saying you can't go lower. You can still definitely go like 32 to 30. Um, look at daily. So we just had our daily close like 7 minutes ago. This is our first daily close below this box. So this box was essentially the bottom of that weekly range. So what that pretty much suggests that yeah, continuation down until we find support. Um, I drew this in not too long ago, right at 39K. So that would be a good place. And then when we zoom in there, you'll see why. That would be a good place to find support. Same thing right here, right here. So like this whole cluster right here, you want to probably want to hold this top half of it. All right. So your levels would be right here would be a level like 37,900. Right here would be a level 38,500, which is like the monthly, and then right here, right at 39,000. So it's going to be, we're going to look for a reaction around there. If you want a knife catch, then, obviously 35 is the low of that range. Also looking at order book stuff, there is a lot of bids right here, but sometimes order books can be fake because those bids could be removed at any second if they just want to let it just dump to like 32K. Totally possible. Um, but yeah, I would say like in terms of the close, in terms of reversals and closes, it seems like this whole range, the close, there have been closes out and then come immediately lost. Closes above, immediately lost. Closes below, immediately gained. Closes below, finally lost. But then if this were to close back above like 41, 42,000, I wouldn't be surprised. Um, Essentially, if you are so right now, trend continuation, right? So we're looking for support right around here. So we're looking for a little bit lower. But say that this were to bounce here, which it can, anything can happen. If this were to bounce, um, what you want to see at minimum is a close above 41,200. You wanted to see it gain this structure, so this swing right here, because that's the reversal of the daily trend. So gaining 42,165, and then you you really want to see is a close in this range again, and then you want to see a consecutive close above here. So this at 43.9 was where that's the last daily level lost, right? So you want to see it close above that, so then it starts to hold above that level. I think the other day I had a box. You guys remember that box? And I said if it holds the box, it's gonna go back up. So this is what the box would have looked like around here. So if it held that box, but yeah, there was no hold. It just kind of went straight through because this is the level on the 15 minute that was gained that led to being in this range into the higher range, but losing it leads you to the same range down here, and then we lost this. We lost this swing, so then it went a step down. So now we're here. Also to note, on these dumps are getting bought up. You can see like this is on Coinbase, so all spot, but a lot of volume here on this dump, a lot of volume here on this pump. So I'm guessing all the people who did this, who bought this up, sold it here. This is speculation, but same thing here. If you look on this dump, there's more volume here. So I'm expecting that either we get a little pump here to short, or it pumps all the way through. Also, so you see all this volume right here, this Coinbase, all this volume here. It hasn't been completely, uh, what is it, distributed. So there are people holding from up here still down here. So that's what that means. Yeah, but essentially, you want to close above the box again, above the weekly again, if you want. That's like your first step towards either a bearish retest or a bullish trend continuation up on a higher time frame. So this is the 4 hour, right? So I drew this, remember on the daily, right around 39,000. You look, that's like the trend start. So we're still within range. So it could test lower. So say that it wicks down to here, 39, and then it closes back above. That would be a good signal for a short term 4 or 5%, potentially 8 to 9% long. So that's like a long setup if it bounces aggressively from 39K. Right? The way you would do it is wait for it to dump, look for it to reclaim the level, bullish retest on like the 15 minute or the 3 minute, and then you can long that. It's a pretty easy stop, like 5% stop or so. So yeah. Any questions on BTC? I'm talking fast, yeah, just because everything's being recorded, so I want to get through everything in like 20, 25 minutes. Sometimes these streams can go on for like an hour.
That's the right call.
Yeah, no questions. I think everyone's on the same page. Nothing has changed. Um, but yeah, we're definitely coming into support right here, right here. If it reverses right here though, for a short-term bounce, wouldn't be shocked. It would be very interesting if it starts to close above the daily swing loss. So if it starts to close above 42,200 or 260, then that would be very interesting because that's reversing and gaining the trend that led to the downside to the current lows. Okay. Yeah, so a little bit of bounce here. And I'm not going to say things like this is like a relief bounce or whatever. Like I'm not going to personify the price action. It's just buying and selling, buying and selling. There's no ulterior motive or conspiracy. I do think it's interesting that Jim Cramer keeps uh, the last like 5 6 days he's been consecutively tweeting out bearish tweets, and the price hasn't uh, bounced at all. It's just been continuing to go down. And so whoever's controlling that Twitter account is either having a field day or what, or they're not getting it. So they monthly ETH, yeah, we tested the bottom of this. So just like what we did with Bitcoin, like 38K range. We can go sideways a little bit, and then expectation is to test the top of this range. So it's just like Bitcoin losing this. So we lost it, then this we tested it, couldn't gain, went back down the lows, right? So we're kind of doing the same thing here. It's the first test. This is obviously a few chapters delayed than BTC, but it should be a better percentage move. So yeah, monthly looks fine. I expect chop and up for ETH. If you look at weekly, it's more interesting. Nice, more people are coming on. If we look at weekly, we are so that's the last weekly gain right here at 23.54, right? This weekly has just started yesterday. It's only one day into it, so we'll see. This weekly closes below 23.50, then yeah, you're looking for lower. You're looking for probably something down here, 2100s, even 2000s. Really nothing going on there. Get daily. So daily, it would have been nice to obviously close above this, and it would have been nice for this one to close above here, so within higher daily range, but obviously not. So if you zoom out a little bit, you can see this going just like sideways. What would that look like? Just like big sideways, right, where it goes, it just chops through it. Yeah, or sideways up, right? Up to 33, 3400. That's what the monthly says. The weekly looks fine. Daily is, low time frame bearish, 4 hours bearish. But yeah, there's no reason really to take any. If you're looking for like 10, 20% moves, there's no real reason to enter a trade in this area. I would look for maybe a long down here if you get it. However, you might not get it if this daily starts to close green and bounces like this and goes up. Yeah. Lots of areas to test. So yeah, I'm expecting this one to go on throughout February. Where can we find the recordings of these? We'll figure it out. There was a problem with the last recording. Okay. Any okay, let's look at Solana. I think Solana's interesting. So Solana, obviously the big move to like 120s, 130s. Right. So Solana essentially is coming into support. It's actually it dumped the most. So it tested this high right here, right? But it didn't gain this high, right? Like Bitcoin gained it, Solana didn't. So Solana now has to hold right here. So Solana has to stay above like 73 or whatever. Or it can come all the way down to like 40s or even high 20s. Like that would not be shocking. So Solana is in an area where it has to hold now. Let's see if there's any good. Yeah. So good place for Solana to test would be like 74, 75, or even like low 70s, high 60s. So the weekly, it still has support above here. But yeah, you want to hold this structure. This was the bottom of that monthly structure. Honestly, if you shorted 120, I don't know. I think someone on stream, aka me shorted 120 something. So pretty good. You're looking for like it's already been 34%, maybe 40%, 45% from the highs. So that's normal, especially if you're trading on spot. That's very normal. Um, if this weekly does close green and closes above, then I think that would be a pretty nice signal for a reversal. Why? Because on the weekly, you can see everything is tested, right? So then you're going to be looking for like $160 Solana or whatever. But that's why this weekly is important because we're testing support right now. So if support holds and it makes new highs, then you're going to get some really big moves. So Solana got test top of this structure, 81. That was the bottom of that monthly structure, right? So it's at a valid place to hold. But what you want to see is you want to see it gain 105 pretty much on the daily. You want to gain this swing and then hold above it, and that's going to be a signal to buy any dips to go higher because on the weekly everything is tested to go higher. Okay, nothing really to see on the 4 hour, just continuation down. So yeah, expectation on the 4 hour still to go down a little bit more, maybe like 3-4% more. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, what's another coin that people want to see? Any requests right now? Link, okay. Let's do link. Sorry guys, give me a second. And this computer is not very good for streaming. I think I need a better computer. Maybe Cal can buy me one. Look at Link. Link is the same thing. So we tested this monthly, but we didn't gain the monthly. But if you look at the current monthly, it's pretty good. So expectation is to gain and continue going up here. Obviously, there was a little bit of a reaction right there. You know, around 17.3. Good place to sell like over a month ago. And down here around 12.3 was a good place to buy. These are huge swings, but on the chart, they're not that bad. And I'll show you what I mean. Because Link tested the high, right, of this monthly, and it tested the low of the weekly level here. Tested it, held it as support, right? So expectation is if it continues to hold, it's to go up here to this box, which I drew in on a prior stream. It's the same price action as ADA and ETC. ETC already hit its target though. Like it did like 70% move a day and a half. Honestly, Link looks fine. Looks a lot better than others. I'll come down here maybe like 14s. It's better not to. It's better to just continue up. Instead, so it should make new highs if it does go up. And then also there's a huge volume on Link going up. So guessing people are whoever is accumulating bags, they're expecting to go a lot higher. Bollinger Boxing is the new term. High of range, low of range. Okay. All right. So any requests, guys? Man, I'm still hungover from yesterday. CP, Doge gained the daily. Yeah, we can look at Doge. I haven't looked at Doge in a while. ICP is interesting. It's had support monthly. Yeah, I mean ICP can come down to 8.9 on the monthly. That might be the place to buy. 8.9 to 9.6. That might be the place to buy. It looked really good until the last 2 weeks, right? It looked like it was going to continue up. I remember we were talking about it like at $14, and it looked like it was going to continue up. But when Bitcoin dumps, everything else dumps too, for the most part. I think the only thing that didn't was like CTSI did like a 55% move, like in a few hours. Yeah, I mean,
I think Manta held
expectation
also.
is yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Link and Manta and like a bunch of coins actually held or went up a little bit. Yeah, there's really nothing else like yeah, it's got to hold above 8.9. 8.9 would be a great entry on ICP though. Okay. Doge, we can do Doge. We can do Tia as well later. Yeah, Doge. Let's see. Yeah, Doge. Doge might have a scam pump to like 12, 13, 12, 13 cents. It's looking like. Yeah, it's trying. Yeah, if it holds here, then yeah, this is the next area, 12, 13 cents. Yeah, I mean, you never want to see that. Yeah, I lost right here. Yeah, everything's starting to die again. But yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. I think we're pretty close. Tia didn't hold this range. It's not, now it's going to test this range. I would say like right around here, yeah. Good place to buy. Honestly, Tia, you wanted to hold this. It would have been nice to hold this, but now if it bounces from here, you're gonna want to see it gain this, not reject, right? So you want to see it like this and go higher. Tia has been one of the coins that has just been pumping hard. The expectation would be is if Bitcoin does bounce off like 39 or 38.9 or 37.5 or 38.5 or whatever, one of those areas of demand, expectation is like all of these guys would start pumping too. It would start breaking the trend upwards. This is gross. A lot of wicks, so a lot of liquidity, a lot of people dumping bags that they are holding from up here. So you want to start seeing wicks coming down here or coming down here. Holding this would be good. 14.5. Is that what I said? 14.9. So 14.5 to 14.9. I'm gonna draw a box. This is where you want to see Tia hold. Well, it's a good place. You know, your stop would be like right here. Yeah. I mean, it can go down to like here or even here, and then you would just get this big trading range, right? It would be like a 40% trading range with Tia. Okay. Oh, Cow's on. What's up, Cow? Cow shared a chart like a week ago, and it's following it pretty closely. Give him some credit for being a bear. TRX. We can look at TRX. Yeah, TRX. TRX has been really good, right? This entire same thing with what is it? No, A star. This one's been really good. Like while everything dumped, it just kept going higher and holding. A star is probably like I don't even know what it does, but it's probably something you want to buy in terms of the chart. TRX, yeah, you can go higher, I guess. It's been pumping. What? Oh, Tron. That's what it is. Justin Sun
Yeah,
coin. Yeah,
Justin Sun's coin.
yeah. It looks, it tested it. If it maintains the trend, then keep testing and go up. Yeah. So, because he has some good marketing in China. Um, all right. All right, let's give this like another 5 more minutes for requests. So anything you want me to go over? We went over Bitcoin and ETH already. ETH looks fine. Bitcoin's coming into support like around 39, I would say is the first area. Yeah, it's got to close daily above like 42, 45, 46 for it to reverse there. Okay. People are pretty set. No, no one cares. I think SEI came into an interesting place. That's one of the coins that that's whatever. Me down there. Yeah, SEI is coming to an interesting spot right there. Honestly, looks like a good short opportunity. Reject it right there. And that's what led to this big bleed down. Not being able to go up here. So it's got to test lower. So it's got to somehow regain this, that, and then go to the highs. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll end the stream there. We'll just keep it short and simple today. If you have any questions, just ask me in Discord and I'll get back to you.